Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Up. Welcome to our The Mandalorian Chapter 1 Thoughts video. Just finished watching the first episode of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and I'm just going to be sharing my general thoughts on the episode. So The Mandalorian follows a Mandalorian in a post-Empire world. This is just after the Empire's fallen. There's no real kind of order to it, so it's ripe time for this bounty hunter, and we're going to get introduced into this. How we're introduced to him in this episode is via the bar shootout scene we saw in the first teaser or the first trailer. I can't remember which one of the trailers it was in. We saw a little bit of this one, but we got a little more context as to what it was. He was hunting down a bounty because he's a bounty hunter, obviously. But yeah, I just really enjoyed the style of this storytelling in particular. I didn't actually I read about this earlier, but I didn't really get the context until I watched this episode, and it is a very serialized take on a Star Wars story. So this episode is a kind of a complete little story in itself. It doesn't seem like it's going to connect to anything into the future, but it's just like a little adventure from the Mandalorian that this in this episode. It's kind of weird that his name is the Mandalorian and the show is called that. It's just going to be confusing a little bit, but yeah. So I really enjoyed this episode because I just had some fun little ties, some stuff that kind of surprised me that they had seemed to have kept out of the trailers and the teasers, or I managed to miss. Things like we see more Mandalorians, which I thought was fun. One of them refers to it as a tribe at one point, which we see a bunch of them around, and that was just cool in general. It was a nice little surprise to see that we're just going to be following this Mandalorian, and we're going to be getting a lot more of like lore, but not like stopping and digging into it. They're doing the show, not tell, and I like that. And so I thought that was really kind of well done, and I like that it was kind of a fun little surprise. The fact that this is post-Empire, that was one thing I think I just maybe missed leading up to this before now, but I did see that this is a kind of fun take just after the Empire has fallen, some adventures from this bounty hunter. So I'm really enjoyed this first episode for that. A couple of fun little things that happen in the episode. The one bounty that he hunts down at the beginning of the episode mentions Life Day, which is a fun little nod or tie to the holiday special, which Jon Favreau said really influenced him apparently, but which you could also see with the Mandalorian using the one rifle or taser, it seems, at one point, because it does shoot an electric thing. It was one monster in this episode, or I shouldn't call him a monster, I guess it's just a creature. But yeah, so that was a fun little tie that was also from the holiday special, which is where we were introduced to Boba Fett, another Mandalorian. But yeah, so that was fun. A couple other fun little things in this episode. We see an IG unit. At first I thought it was the Taika Waititi one, but it doesn't seem that way. Spoiler alert for this episode. You get shot at the end by the Mandalorian, which was again another twist. I'm assuming this isn't IG-11, which is Taika Waititi's one. The voice didn't quite match up to for my ear of it, but it was also doesn't seem like he'd only pop up for one episode. That's also possible because he's also directing another thing. But anyways, that was just a little surprise. But I don't think he ever actually gets referred to or identified. This IG unit in this episode, I don't think ever is identified beyond just being an IG unit that the Mandalorian just says. And they team up at one point and they take out a whole kind of encampment thing in order to get this bounty, which was just a cool, fun scene. There's like a minigun laser, laser minigun, which was just kind of cool. And just seeing them team up and seeing the Mandalorian just have to take out a whole village or encampment of these bad guys, it was just fun. This is the kind of stuff I like to see, and this is exactly what I was hoping for. And they delivered a really fun little scene, and then it ends off with a little like, oh, wait, what? It says who? And that was the bounty that they're hunting down ends up being a baby, not just any kind of baby. Baby Yoda. It's not actually Yoda. I know it's not Yoda, but it's a baby from Yoda's species, which I meant to look up before doing this video. But yeah, which was a fun little like, I didn't expect that, and that's just fun because we haven't really. I don't think we've gotten any other characters from Yoda's race in Star Wars up to now. Not that I've at least seen. I haven't watched. I'm not completely up to date on everything. I haven't caught up with Resistance yet and other stuff. But now that I have Disney Plus, I can. But yeah, that's pretty much most of my thoughts on this first episode. I like that it was, again, like I kind of mentioned at the beginning, a serialized take, just a single kind of adventure, not like it doesn't seem to be setting up anything for the future necessarily. Well, it's possible some characters might come back, but it's a very kind of like neat and kind of closed little story of this, him going on a couple bounties, and that's how this one went. So this one was a fun little first chapter. I'm imagining we're going to be getting the next episode a week from now, but that's hard to say. That's more stuff I got to learn. I'll have to go explore Disney Plus a little bit more. I only just got home from work, though. But yes, that's all my thoughts on the first episode of The Mandalorian. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. Did you like it? Did you not? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me today. Sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and have a good one.